I challenged myself to see if I could build a plane in 10 seconds, 10 minutes, and 10 hours. And I only had one rule for the planes. They needed to fly. Now, if you think about it, creating something that flies is obviously easier said than done. But I've done it before and I thought, hey, why don't we do it a second time? I got dizzy from doing that. I don't know why I did that. But the main reason I did this was to see if I could actually build something that actually does what it's supposed to do without wasting time. Because I always waste time. But in this moment, we're not wasting time. We're using it. Man, I suck at this. So first up was the 10-second plane. 10 seconds is very short in practice, but in theory you think 10 seconds is enough. I didn't make a very good plane in 10 seconds. Would it fly? I genuinely have no idea if it could fly. But all I know is I was sticking to that timer. And when it was done, I tried it out at the field. It was alright. I don't think it's gonna go too far, considering the fact that it's kind of windy. 9 meters for our paper plane. That's pretty good. Which takes us to the 10-minute plane. I was kind of excited for this one because I was like, hey, I'm gonna use stuff that I already am used to using. Glue. I was allowed to use glue. And then I forgot to record the opening part of that video. And there's just 2 pieces of cardboard that are already cut out. So you can use your imagination of just someone cutting cardboard. And yes, the kind of beans is to place my phone there because I don't have a phone holder unless someone wants to buy me one. That's my phone holder. The kind of beans is my phone holder. So the general design of this plane was you use bamboo chopsticks as the fuselage, and then you're gonna add the tail at the back, which are gonna be the tiny cardboard bits that you saw on the table, and then the wing is gonna be a larger piece of cardboard. But I noticed it was very tail heavy, so I had to add more bamboo chopsticks and then add a rock to the front. I named it Rocco. And then I took that to the field. It did better than I thought it would because it doesn't really have a lot of wind passing through it, so I was like, it's okay. Okay, plane number 2. It is our cardboard chopstick contraption, but I think I have to put some oomph in this one. And then finally it was time for the big kahuna plane. Yeah, the big father, the daddy, some might say. Forget I said that part, that was kind of inappropriate. This one was the most serious idea because I spent like 50% of the time planning and then 3D printing the pieces that would fit on other pieces. It was kind of a whole thing. But this meant I already lost 50% of the time in the manufacturing process. And I hadn't even touched the tool yet. So this is just an aluminium pole. And essentially, every single component will be slid onto this pole and bolted on. Wait, you guys can't even see it. Now that I'm done with the front wing, there's 2 ports right here. I can move the wing on 2 different positions, like slide it back and forth. So that should be cool. The tail side is the next spot, and because the holes are already pre-drilled on the back and on the front, I just have to fit it in. We might be a little off, but it's fine. No.
It was at this moment.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. It's a pretty nifty one. It just slides on. Battery's gonna be placed here. ESC and everything's gonna be tied somewhere. For this project, I essentially needed to drill holes in aluminum extrusions just so the plane can fit together because I didn't have a fuselage. It was just an aluminum pole with stuff attached to it. So I attached the motor to its mounts and attached that to the aluminum extrusion with the rest of all the 3D printed parts that, for example, where the wing would sit and the tail assembly. That took most of the time because the last bits were quite literally just the wing. And the wing was 2 pieces of foam board just sandwiched together, and then I added the little flary bits on the sides. It was just to give it a little bit of something called dihedral. I'm no scientist, but apparently that makes planes fly, so why not? And the electronics were already in one huge wire loom from my previous project, so I just attached that. And before I knew it, it was morning, and it was the day for the test. I didn't even know if it was gonna fly. Oh gosh, I'm so nervous. All right, so the wind is coming from this side, so I will throw it that way. Shibidi-bidi-bap-bap. Okay, all right, let's do this. Oh, okay. It has too much. It's too tail heavy, or it has too much pitch. Did anything break? Please tell me nothing broke. Oh no. Oh no. I broke the prop. Damn it, I have to go all the way home. I didn't bring an extra prop. This sucks. So the crash wasn't as bad as it sounded because you could hear a crunch, but it was only the prop that snapped. Only problem is I didn't have a spare, which meant I had to drive back 20 minutes to my house just so I can redo this test. And around 40 minutes later, I was back to the field. The wind was still there. Come on, wind. Don't do me dirty. For the second attempt, the plane did fly, and I was very proud of that. Only issue is it was drifting to the right quite a bit, and that could be possibly because of the wind. Yeah, I think the wind just didn't like me today, so maybe next time I should just talk myself out of flying when there's a lot of wind. The fact that it had massive wings and a very light body didn't help the plane because it could just be bullied by the wind in any direction that the wind decided it was gonna go. But then I decided to try it a third time, and that's the time where the plane had a bit of a rough landing and I couldn't do another run. I would say the second run was a success if there wasn't as much wind as it was. So, did I get a plane that works? Absolutely. So I did, in fact, complete my challenge. I would say the second run was a success. Next time I'm probably gonna build a better plane and probably plan a little bit better. But I hope you liked the video, so yeah. Okay. I don't know if the camera even picked that up. Oh. Oh my gosh. I was holding it by the motor mount and look what just happened. Oh my gosh. I didn't even see there was a crack there. Like it was fully like that. It was like that, and I grabbed that to just carry it up and then it just popped off.